Yes. Sports Jazz, everyone. I know all of you have been waiting, but guess what? We are here. Well, it's been a long day, but we still had to come through. Please do subscribe. Subscribe. Josh, Isaac, we are in the building. It's Sports Jazz, Manchester United news. Welcome yet to another episode. We are here for all you Man United fans. Please get into the comment section, subscribe, and hit the like button. Road to 5,000 or 5K subs. Once again, guys, please do subscribe. Josh, Isaac, we are here. And of course, a lot is happening today. We have a lot to get into. Garnacho's deal to Chelsea is advanced. Tyrell Malacia, I understand, he has picked some interest from AS Roma who are interested. Anthony is still 50-50. Real Betis is still playing around. I think they should be forgotten. Anthony should really try to get other options. Yeah, it's crazy like that. But most importantly, Manchester United have shown strong interest in signing Sevilla midfielder Lucien Agoumé as a potential midfield reinforcement before the summer transfer window closes. That will be on the 1st of September. 23-year-old Frenchman has emerged as a key target for the Red Devils. And we understand this comes after the failed pursuit of Brighton's Carlos Baleba after United were outpriced by the Seagulls. So, yes, that's what we have. Once again, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, let's first talk about the man. You can call him Lucien. I don't know, depending on how you pronounce it.
I thought you were going to put in a word for United and giving thanks to the greats of Ruben Amorim, Cunha, and Brandon Mbumo for showing up and giving us just the show that we wanted to see.
But it's already, how many days is it? It's 48 hours past that, Josh.
Yeah, but I mean, just give them their flowers.
Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Yeah, well, I've given them their flowers. You're talking about the game?
Yeah.
They did so well, no doubt. They did so well. I think everyone is really happy with what was displayed. I mean, you can see the future is really, really bright. I myself personally am very, very, very excited, and I cannot wait. So, I mean, let's wait. I hope when we go to Fulham's playground, we really bombard them, we destroy them, because again, we had to play them, was it the opening game last season, and we struggled to beat them. A goal came later on, cutters of Joshua Zaxi, who came off the bench. We don't want to see that happen again. First half should end with 3-0. Please do subscribe, Josh and Isaac.
You want us to lead the table with goals.
Your favorite podcast when it comes to Manchester United news. Don't get it twisted, guys. We are here. Yeah, Josh, you're saying I want us to lead the table with what? With goals?
With goals. I mean, one game, like 6 goals.
Well, it doesn't matter if they are going to come through, if those goals are
going to I just want Brandon Mbumo and Matheus Cunha to get their first goals, so they can break that United duck, and they can go on to do great things. Because right now, the more the thing holds on to them, the more they try too hard to make these things happen. But what beautiful signings the manager actually identified. That is why I am so excited for the prospect of Lucien Agoumé. Lucien Agoumé, the French 23-year-old. I mean, this is a kid who is been likened to Paul Pogba in ways. But the thing is, this kid has been around. He has been around. He was signed by Inter Milan, and he enjoyed some loan spells at Spezia. He was from Sochaux. He went to Inter Milan, and he never played for. He played only 6 minutes for the senior team, but he played for the Primavera for Inter Milan, the younger side, and he did have some good cameos, but he was 19 at the time. So he was moved around. He went to Spezia on loan. He did go to, was it Fiorentina on loan? Then he ended up at Sevilla on loan before they made it permanent last summer in an €8 million deal. So he is a central midfielder. He is a central defensive midfielder predominantly. But he's a guy who was through the ranks, also played as a central midfielder. He's played as a 10. So I think he is just the right player. I think Ruben Amorim identified a profile of a midfielder suitable for his side in Carlos Baleba, but Lucien Agomo is the most fitting alternate of those available if we maintain the profile of player Ruben intended to add to his side. When you
Mm,
look at Morten Hulman and who's the other guy, Adam Wharton, the
yeah.
players looking at, they don't really fit the mold of player Ruben Amorim was looking for in Carlos Baleba.
Some people are saying Adam Watton is everything. You could join United and he would really change the midfield.
Everything when he's very different from what the manager was looking for. I mean,
Yeah.
in the past, United has just bought players because they are good players, but we are not yet at we are not in a position yet to buy players because they are good players in the market. We want to
Yeah.
buy players because they fit. Right now, we are looking to offload. I am, as a fan, I'm looking to offload Kobe Maino because I see he doesn't fit the side, but he's a very good player. You see, so I mean, why don't we cash in on that and get a player who is suitable for the side that Ruben Amorim has set out to play. So when you see the profile of Carlos Baleba, for me,
Mm.
Lucien Agome is the closest of the players available. He has a strong physical presence, and his long legs and strong frame allow him to dominate in duels and aerial challenges. So for a team lacking in grit in the middle of the park, this is more than welcome for Manchester United. I mean, he's the player that you think he's going to solidify that part of the pitch, especially partnering Bruno Fernandes. And you should know that his ability to break lines with his passing, both with his left and right foot, have often caused football fans around the world to liken him to Paul Pogba. And I mean, maybe it is his frame, maybe it is because they're both French, but
It
he
could be that
has a
because they are both French, but
no,
I
but
think
he
that's too
has
much stretch.
no, he has the ability to do certain things that actually liken him to Paul Pogba. He's a very good passer of the ball. He can pass with his left, he can pass with his right, he can play further forward in midfield, he can sit. But during his development, especially at Sevilla, I know he's played just a season. He has predominantly played as a CDM. Now, Ruben Amorim, if you look at Carlos Baleba, is not looking for an out and out CDM like Morten Hulman. I'm not saying Morten Hulman is a bad player; he's a good player, but he's looking for a guy who has the legs, has the intensity, has the wits to play as a central midfielder, but can also play as a CDM if he's asked to. So he just wants a player like that. And guess what? The profile Ruben was looking uh, uh, for that player with a very good anticipation and reads the game well to help him intercept passes and maybe position himself effectively on the pitch to add some steel in his midfield too. In Lucien Agome, he has found that player. He can control the midfield, win possession, and distribute the ball effectively. A good fit for a team that wants to press high and win the ball back quickly. So for me, I do think that Lucien Agome fits the profile of player that Ruben Amorim wants. And for me, I prefer that Man United buys a player who fits the profile of the manager than a player who is going to just make numbers because he's a good defensive midfielder, because Adam Wharton is good at passing. I mean, we don't need a player who plays like Adam Wharton. We need a player who plays like Carlos Baleba because that is the profile the manager wants. So, I mean, Agome might be lacking in so many things that he's not played at a high level. He's not played at a high level for a longer period. You can say that he was on loan at
Judge,
Spezia. Yeah.
Judge, I think he has played at high level because you just say he joined Sevilla at 8 million euros.
Yes.
And he's already impressed in La Liga. He has made 37 appearances, Josh, with 1 goal and 3 assists. I mean, showcasing
Yeah,
his
but
physicality,
is
tactical
no.
awareness, and ability to anchor the midfield. So I think, yes, maybe he's not close to what Carlos Baleba would offer at Manchester
No,
United,
he
but
is. He is.
but
He is.
he
But
has.
what I'm saying is he has only
Yeah.
played one season with Sevilla and played at Spezia on loan. They couldn't make it permanent. Played at he's been on loan moves. Inter Milan could not call him back to play, so you can argue that is he the right fit of player? I mean, why didn't Inter Milan prefer to have their player back? Why did the player just keep moving around? But you should know that while the player left so sure, he was uh, uh, he was highly rated and coveted by so many clubs in Europe. Barcelona wanted his signature, Man City wanted his signature, Arsenal wanted his signature. Even earlier in this window, Arsenal, having known that maybe Zubimendi was already in the bag, they actually started thinking about signing another midfielder, adding another midfielder to their ranks. And the midfielder's name that kept ringing bells around the Emirates was Lucien Agome. And they wanted to buy him for about 70 million euros, but yeah, maybe they changed their mind and they didn't pursue him. But for me, I do believe that even if he's short on maybe playing at a high level for long, and maybe he's not played in the Premier League and things like that, he might have a spell of adapting. And I do think that he's a profile of player that the manager wants to have in his side. So I would take a
Well,
gamble on him, and
well,
he's cheap.
well. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was going to say. He's cheap because Sevilla set around 35 million pounds.
That is
Uh,
the release
that
clause
is
he
release
has.
clause, but I understand if a deal came in within 22 to 26 million pounds due to financial pressure that Sevilla has, I think they will be ready to offload him, sell him to Man United. And the other thing, Josh, from what I understand, after missing out on Baleba, Amarim is seeking a mobile, athletic, and athletic
Exactly.
midfielder to address his lack of pace in the midfield. With the current options, he has the likes of Bruno, Kobe, Casemiro, Ugarte,
That's
and it looks like Lucien. Because I understand you said he's often compared to the likes of Pogba. I read somewhere that
yeah.
he's always compared to the likes of the young N'Golo Kante, for his all action style. I think he's seen as an ideal fit for Amarim's 3-4-2-1 system. And I mean, he offers defensive solidarity, progressive passing, and you've said he has the pace, he has the lungs, he has the legs, and I think would be a great addition to the Manchester United midfield. The only problem is Sevilla ready to let him go? Is Manchester United really, really ready to get the player? Because, sorry, Josh, I can't hear you. Josh, sorry, I can't hear you. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Josh, I can't hear you. Turn on the notifications. Josh, I cannot hear you, Josh. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's wrong. Please double check and see. But yeah, from what I understand, Sevilla have said you can call them Sevilla, depending on what you want, or rather your pronunciation. But I think in Spanish it's Sevilla, something like that. They've set a price tag around 30, or rather, yeah, the release clause is around 35 million pounds, but are ready to accept anything between 22 and 26 million pounds. And let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh will be right back. Yeah. Um, I think then I'm looking at the competition, because if United want to get this deal done, they really have to get things running so fast because they are way behind. They are lacking in the midfield. We watched that against Arsenal. You could see they slightly struggled. Much as they were the better team, they played so well. Overall, they were the better team against Arsenal. But I think they really need to get a midfielder because that's what Amarim needs. They need a midfielder. They need a keeper. One of the things that Amarim is looking at And I understand he made it very clear that he wants to get those two. And but Roma coming in today is that maybe they might settle, they might not go in for a keeper, with Amarim trusting both Bayinda and Onana, who's set to make his official appearance on this other coming weekend against Fulham. I understand Onana will be back in the goal. Yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But yeah, still on Lucien, no formal offer has been made yet, and I understand he remains focused on his duties at Sevilla. However, United's recruitment team, led by Ineos data-driven approach, has identified him as a cost-effective, high potential option, and the transfer could hinge on United's ability to balance their finances. Now, speaking about balancing their finances, Chelsea is advanced in terms of signing Alejandro Garnacho. Talks are really personal terms and everything has been agreed on. But United are only willing to listen to offers, or rather to Chelsea, if they're ready to pay 40 plus 10 million pounds in add-ons, 10 in add-ons, and they have to be easy add-ons, But again, news coming in is Chelsea value Alejandro Garnacho between or within 25 to 30 million pounds. Now, I think that is really low. That is too cheap. And I would actually prefer for Manchester United to just back off, keep the player, let him play with the under 21s or loan him, because there is no way you can tell me Garnacho is you signed the likes of Gaitens, you signed the likes of Yao Pedro, the likes of Elanga, and they are all Madueke, 50 to 55 million pounds, and telling me Garnacho is only 25 million pounds or maximum 30 million pounds. I think that is a joke. That is a joke, and it shouldn't happen. So once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Yes, I'm seeing reports that Arsenal, actually Spurs most especially, were previously linked to the player, but it seems they turned out, and after switching their focus to Crystal Palace's Ebereche Eze, who looks like everything is already done and is set to be a Spurs player. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Manchester United news, transfer news, and everything. We are here. Again, I'm seeing news that Chelsea are serious about Garnacho, but they don't want to offer more than 40 million pounds, and I think that is too much of a joke. United should not entertain such. They value him around 25 to 30 million pounds. I think again that is a joke, and United shouldn't entertain that. At all. It's too much of a joke. Because they shouldn't. And from what I understand, United want, or rather will accept a bid worth 50 million pounds total package. That is 40 guaranteed and 10 in add-ons for Alejandro Garnacho. I understand United have also discussed a possible sale clause to be included. Negotiations are ongoing, but there's nothing really confirmed. So let's wait and see how things are going to turn around. Is it going to go through? But if this deal goes through before the transfer window closes, there are high chances United is going to likely sign Lucien from Sevilla. Now we're waiting. We are looking on that because I know United needs to get legs in the midfield. They are doing so bad. We saw Ugarte coming on earlier on for Casemiro, and it was shambles. It was shambles, and I think he really needs to get his shit right in order. Otherwise, he's likely to be benched. You look at Kobe Mino. At one point, I thought Kobe Mino maybe should come through, but again, I really don't think Kobe Mino is in Amorim's plans, honestly speaking. As things are right now, I don't think Kobe Mino is in Amorim's plans. Josh, once again, please do subscribe. Happy to have you back. Yes, Josh, I can hear you.
I hope you can hear me now.
Loud and clear.
Yeah. I also don't think that Kobe Mino is in the plans of the manager. I know the manager likes the player because the player has a very good skill set on him. He can help him in so many ways. He can ask him to do a job in different ways, and he can find a solution for him in midfield, especially if you see that he's going to play Manu Ugarte with Kobe Mino, and but then that limits United from maybe playing Shesko and things like that. So I mean, it is always going to be very difficult for United to progress with without a player who can actually um, sorry, it's going to be very difficult for Man United to progress when you're missing a player like Benjamin Chesko up front to accommodate Kobe Mainu. I mean, why not go get a midfielder who is an enforcer and can actually do a better job than Kobe Mainu can? Then you can actually have a capable player doing his job. Then I hate the fact that I mean, other players have to carry players at United because maybe they've come in the academy, maybe they're English players or things like that. I think we don't need to be carrying other players anymore. We need players to actually do their job, be responsible enough, and fit the roles. So I don't think that Kobe Mainu can stay at Man United for long.
Yeah,
I am
I actually
actually
think
eager to
it's not
see
in
how Ruben
Amarim's
Amorim
plan.
is going to use him.
He's not in Amarim's plans. If he's there, then he's not a first, not a second choice. Because it looks like, I don't know. I just don't think he's in Amarim's plans. But let's wait and see. Rob Taff, shout outs to you. Shout outs to you. He says, "Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you. We should have
Yo,
beaten
good evening,
Arsenal.
bro.
Good, and we will get better once the players gel more." Man, that Arsenal loss was very painful because as we are discussing with Josh yesterday, for the first time in a while, I felt like Manchester United had an edge. They were playing fluid football, pressing so
Yo, bro,
high.
we've always had an edge.
I no, no, no. If we have, we should
Maybe,
have finished. We wouldn't have
maybe you
finished
can
with
say,
Josh.
like, maybe you can say, like the manager said, we were not boring.
No, 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 Josh.
It is the
We've
game
not
that kept you on
been.
the edge of your seat.
The game on Sunday was proper football, fluid, entertaining, attacking, pressing high. The only problem is we had, I don't know, I'm not going to call him a fake goalkeeper, but I don't think he did enough. Much as Arsenal, yes, maybe they should, I mean, the ref should have intervened, but we should have won that game. We should have, we haven't played like that in a while, Josh. So it's quite hurting, and I do agree with Rob that we should have beaten Arsenal. At least
I
we should
think
have
we
shared
last
points.
played like that under Ten Hag against Tottenham 2-0.
Josh, not Ten Hag now.
Fred
Please,
and Bruno Fernandes.
not Ten Hag now. Whatever you're
Yo,
saying, try to
bro,
keep Ten Hag
bro,
now
that
off.
game was 100%. Everything was right. Everything was right. As in, like, you would actually see what his team would look like on a day. However, going forward, you want United to replicate the performance that we had with winning a football game and being that dominant as we were, because we've seen in the past that the problem that we've actually had was consistency. We've almost been a very good side, and then we've just fallen off. We've not really carried on to be consistent and continue the good work that we've done. But this time round, I see that there's a lot of work going on in the behind the scenes. You can see that these players are well drilled. You can see a well drilled side. So I mean,
Exactly.
if we do not get injuries in the important players, I think we're going to have a very good season.
I think we have a bit of squad depth just right now, as we were talking
Yeah,
yesterday.
but because we are looking
We
for our
consider
rhythm,
options. Sorry.
because we are still looking for a rhythm and a cohesion, you want the players to play together for say about 10 15 games. So I mean, they solidify those
Well, we're not
positions,
saying.
so even when a player comes in, I don't know, maybe they've caught up with the demands of the team.
Robtop says I was jumping out of my seat when Mboma and Cunha tore at them, bro.
I
Not only you,
know,
everyone.
man. Yo.
Everyone, shout out to you, Drake. Sorry, Dre, Agent Dre. He's promised us every every player has promised us has not come through. He promised us Gyökeres, he didn't come through. He
MBE.
promised us Baleba MBE. He even crowned it.
He
He didn't
knighted
come
him.
through.
MBE, sir.
Yeah,
Carlos
so
Baleba.
you see, he's already so, but he's already. Yeah, well, Roma is United is interested in Lucian. We don't know how far it's. I mean, United is really deep into the player, but yes, there's strong interest, and I understand Amorim likens the player to the likes of Carlos Baleba. Marcus Baleba could be slightly higher, but yes, the player has pace. He has the lungs. He's athletic, and he's that kind of player that can really offer you or can help you in your midfield. He could help you bring the balance that is currently lacking in United midfield. So,
The
let's wait and
weakness
see.
The weakness
Sorry.
on Lucien Agome, the weakness on Lucien Agome is
Yeah.
maybe that he's not very good under pressure. I mean, he's not good uh, at pressing him. I mean, he can't
Yeah.
ghost away from those positions, but he always plays a safe pass. I mean, yeah, he might not play a forward pass, but he retains possession by playing a safe pass, which is he recycles the possession by playing a safe pass, which is still welcome. And maybe you can think that it is just the style of play that puts him in that situation that he has to do things like that. But he's more than capable. He has a physical presence to actually dominate and control a football game in midfield. So I do think that he will do well going forward, especially under the tutelage of Ruben Amorim.
Well, Rob Taff says 100% agree. We need more intensity against Fulham and Burnley plus Grimsby. Grimsby is EFL Cup. Yeah.
Yeah,
3 games in 1 week. Actually, what I can say, United needs to win these. Rob Taff was saying we struggled against Fulham at the beginning, at the opener last season. We beat them 1-0, goal scored by Joshua Zirkzee off the bench, but that shouldn't be the case this time around. We need to go there. We need to go there. We need to beat them convincingly. We need to own them, and maybe even before Burnley, Grimsby, it has to be the same thing. All 3 games we need to win them convincingly because, again, I like what I saw. Matches, it's just quite sad that we lost, and I've seen Arsenal fans mocking United that Arsenal is so good that even when they are so poor or when they're at their worst, they still manage to beat a better side that everyone was saying United is better. They had a better game and everything. They say, well, we don't care about that. We won the 3 points. Okay. And I'm like, okay, that is good. That is good. So at least to turn down all these haters, we really need to go to Fulham, beat them convincingly. We need to beat Burnley. We need to beat Grimsby. We need to win all those 3 games convincingly. And
yeah,
yeah,
it's the
we approach
consistency that
because
matters now.
exactly.
But you know,
But
the Premier
I,
League is not a walk in the park. I mean, every team is as good as the last one you played. You're as
but
good as your
by the
last
way, I
game.
really want to understand. Sometimes when United is playing the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, okay, Spurs matches they beat us 4 times last season. I'm going to also
With the
include them.
help of
They
referees, stop saying that
they don't
thing.
struggle.
I
Rather, they
will
don't
switch you
struggle.
off. I'll kick you
Listen.
out of studio. Stop saying that thing.
They play good football, but why is it that every time they are playing the likes of Newcastle, the Burnleys, the Fulham, Palace, Aston Villa, they struggle? Is it because those other teams play a low block kind of football?
Yeah, like Arsenal played. Yeah, Arsenal played like Everton, bro. I mean, they were not interested in playing the football. They were just hoofing it around because they were out of sorts.
I really
But
don't
I do
understand either.
believe, I know Rob have just killed me. At we can't lose to Grimsby. It's a fishing village, yo.
He says Konya was 12 up. I watched that
A
yesterday.
clear
Play it again.
penalty, a
It was a
clear
clear penalty.
penalty,
It
bro.
was a,
I
I actually
mean,
watched
I don't
someone.
know.
Is it Clattenburg? I'm forgetting. I don't remember. Former
Yeah, Mark
referee.
Clattenburg.
Yeah, he said he talked about the scenario about the keeper. He said maybe it's 50-50. One could give it as a foul on a keeper and goal could have been cancelled. One could not give it. But when it comes to Cunha, he said it was a clear penalty. That should have been a
Yeah, it
penalty.
was
There's
a
no
clear
way.
penalty,
And he
hundred
doesn't
percent.
understand how that wasn't awarded. So
I know.
if you see all these mistakes from VAR,
I saw Dermot Gallagher trying to defend the indefend.
that one is
As in,
Zanigi.
he was just trying to fight so hard to defend the VAR decision and his
But
friends,
yeah,
but I don't know.
yeah.
Arsenal got away with murder.
Indeed, they did get away with murder. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Yeah, Josh, back to the midfield, Lucien. Um, do you think if we get this player, United will be ready now to compete with the top boys of EPL?
Yeah, it depends on how much, how fast he adapts to the league, and it
Yeah.
depends on his mental faculties. By the way, you should know that the boy was born in Yaounde in
Mhm.
Cameroon, so he already has a Brandon Bumo and Onana at the club with Lenny Yoro, all French-speaking players who
Yeah.
can help him maybe acclimatize at
Diallo too.
Manchester United. Yeah, Diallo too, much easier than it would have been. But for me, I think I don't doubt the ability of the player. I doubt the mental fortitude of the player to be able to acclimatize to the to Manchester United as soon as possible and get into rhythm of playing a very demanding formation like Ruben Amorim's.
Speaking about formation, just I think this weekend, first of all, shout outs to all the haters. When I say haters, the likes of ESPN. Yeah, ESPN
Talk
has not
sport.
said anything good. No, forget about Talk Sport, but ESPN have not said anything good about Man United. Even when we played good yesterday, I watched someone. Is it Rob Dawson? Then there's Andy Meeting or Meeting. I don't. I all saying yes, United won and all that, but they're still very poor. After all, they still managed to lose. I mean, they couldn't even see the positives. You get
They
that's
don't
how
need
bad
to
it
see the
is. It's
positive.
a
They
bit
they
of
want
of Talk Sport. It's a bit balanced because you have the other side. You have a
a few
few
guys who support Man
who
United.
support
But
United and
there's
their presenters who
no,
come
but
in and try to spin.
there's also a crook who supports United who just goes on about how United is paying Buemo 250,000
We're talking
k
about
in
Alex Ferguson.
wages. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he just fuels all these things. I don't know. Maybe that's how he makes news. Since
Mm.
he can't break any transfer news, he just has to make up some shit.
Well, that man did break saying Baleba is not going to sign Josh. I think
No,
there's a
no,
bit.
no, no, no. He doesn't break shit, bro. He never broke it. He can never. Yeah.
That man, I don't know.
No,
Anyway,
he must have seen some guy's tweet. He was the first to see some guy's tweet.
uh,
he,
Kadeli,
he
shout
saw
out to you, Kadeli. He says, no, I need player, son, 11 players, new.
yo, Kedali is mad.
He's
He's
saying we
mad. He
should
can't
sign,
take it.
Sunderland has signed, by the way, which I think they beat West Ham, if I'm not mistaken, over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Convincingly. I'm going to say convincingly. Those
3
guys
nil.
are still signing. They are still signing. They've signed so far
They,
over, I
they
think,
spent
12
8 years.
players.
They spent 8 years away from the Premier League, so they don't want to go back.
They don't want to go back.
Yeah, they don't want to go back.
Rob just
So
says, talk sport are clickbait to get listeners. Yo, I don't
yeah,
understand what those guys have against Man United, but maybe it's for clickbaits and all that. But Josh,
yeah, and
as
United
you talk
sells.
about the
United
system,
sells. When you have a commodity that sells, why not advertise it as much as you can? And
exactly.
United doesn't sell talking about it in a positive way. I mean,
Mm.
it is the other. You have to say all the bad stuff about United finishing 20th. It will be relegated and what. And then there's an uproar of 10 guys talking about how this guy said United will be relegated. So it's just bullshit, though.
Well, let's wait and see. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. I've seen Captain. It's been a while, Captain. Shout out to you, Captain. Captain is saying, do we want him? I think he's talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Lucien.
yeah, yeah. We want Lucien Agome,
We need him. We need him
the
this game.
French 23-year-old midfielder. He actually participated for the under 21 French side in the Euros. He has not yet gotten his international senior call up, but he's represented France at all levels: under 16, under 15, under 17, under 20, under 21, and he just played the Euros earlier on. So yeah, he's a player with a high ceiling. He's a player with a high ceiling. I mean, he's maybe struggled um, for a period until he found himself at Sevilla, and
Mm.
yeah, I think all that period has turned him into the player that he is. At least he has traveled around. He has been able to adapt to different situations. So I think him coming to Manchester United and finding maybe 4 or 5 French-speaking players would help him acclimatize really quickly. But the thing that I want mostly is his ability to catch on quick on the instructions of the manager. That's why I am actually more interested in a player who fits the profile of the manager. I'm not interested in a player who is a good defensive midfielder, but
One
um,
who fits into
he's
Amarim's
slow. He's
system.
not that athletic. He's not, I don't want that type of player. I want the player that Ruben Amorim envisaged when he went after Carlos Baleba.
Well, just the other thing that I wanted to say, I mean, still, it's related to journalists who are playing down Amarim's efforts after the loss to Arsenal over the weekend on Sunday. Um, do you think we've started seeing the real 3-4-2-1 system? The whole profile, the whole. I mean, the movement. Have
I'm
we
so
started putting the dots together? Because those of you who
I'm,
watched, you saw the wingers for the first time. I saw the wingers in play. Dogu,
I'm so I'm so
Diallo, the other
happy.
side of
I'm
Amad
so
Diallo when
happy
he
this
came
I'm so happy
on.
this game showed you what actually I was laboring to
Yeah,
explain before the game and just before the season, because I was laboring to explain how we were not short in midfield because of the personnel we have.
yeah.
Okay, I mean
Mm,
the system of having two players there does not mean that the opponent has a better midfield than us, because when you look at the style of play, if the players do understand the instructions of the manager, we do
exactly.
even have more midfielders than the opponent, because at
Mm,
times they can be four, they can be five, they can be, you know we just have to understand the instructions of the manager. I mean, the defenders, the three defenders, one has to drop in and come into midfield. We have to keep a high line. We have to actually manage the offside trap really well, because teams are going to come at us, like it or not. So you must understand that, it's a high risk formation. So many players have gone forward. So
yeah.
what do we do to make sure that we don't fall short when the ball
Mm,
turns over? I mean, we have to be closer to the players and maybe keep a high line so we can make sure that this ball is not played into us, and I mean behind us, and stuff like that. So for me, I am very, very glad that the instructions have caught on, and for everyone else to see that this is what the manager wants to play. This is how he intends to play going forward. Because on paper, everyone who looked at the side and like Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro in midfield, then they're talking about Odegaard, Zubimendi, and who was the other guy? He was not in the game.
oh, Rice.
Oh, it was Rice. He was
Rice,
cooked,
come on.
bro.
You know,
He was cooked. Bro, Rice was cooked
no.
properly. I'm telling you, man, that it was
Yes.
cooked properly. Was in the game.
I think Zubimendi was cooked, Josh. Zubimendi was way, way
Oh, at
lost.
least Zubimendi became a
They,
defender. He saw
they
some action, but Rice didn't see any action.
Let
He
me tell
was
you some of
just
the players that were cooked and completely disappeared. Players that were manned. Delof Landgren was completely manned. I'm
yeah.
talking about Gyökeres, completely white Lukaku, complete with his Timberland boots, completely manned. He disappeared. Delict, Delict right after the game, even when they won, Delict was emptying his pockets, and
Gyökeres
Gyökeres
was
had
falling
to
out
step
with
out.
his keys.
Exactly. So I'm looking at Madueke when he came on. I think he fractured his ribs. Amad Diallo ran rings around. Very embarrassing. Very,
Ben
very embarrassing.
Omwedu.
Um,
Ben
Martinelli
White.
disappeared.
Ben White.
I'm coming to him. Martinelli disappeared.
Oh,
Mendy looked completely lost, but all I can say is welcome to the English Premier League. Yeah, we don't play safe in the Premier League. It's quite congested, a bit more pacey, more. I mean, you have to go to the gym. Mendy needs to hit the gym. I think it was only Odegaard who was a bit performing from that side. Maybe forget, and also to give props to Calafiori, who scored the goal after all that chaos and how they scored that goal. But besides that, I really think they completely struggled in every department apart from the
bro,
goalkeeping
they were
department.
all
I
cooked.
say every
Now,
department. because even
Cauliflower
the defense,
did not have
seven
a
shots
good
managed
time.
to go past them. Sorry,
Cauliflower did not have a good time. He was even pulled off.
who's cauliflower?
Ah, sorry, Calafiori. Yeah.
He scored again, Josh. He scored a goal
Yeah,
for
he
us.
did score in the game, but bro, I mean, Brandon Boomer was not
Whatever it is, he
giving him.
scored again.
Brandon Boomer was not giving him peace. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, he was beating him every chance that he got. So I mean, they had to bring on Lewis Skelly, but he also got yellow carded as soon as he came on, bro. Arsenal was sixes and sevens at the back with like seven players at the back, but still there was a lot of
Very-
confusion back there.
And you
But
hear
you
them.
can say they have a very good keeper.
And yeah, they have a very good keeper. I think he did so well. You know, those few saves he did, he played so well. Otherwise, those guys would have lost. Because you know why I'm saying their defense is beatable. We had seven shots on target out of 22. Seven shots on
Yeah,
target. So that is something to look at. And the other thing that I want to talk about, Josh, in that very game is Arsenal struggling to get past uh gets past our defense. I don't know. I think something changed. Maybe it could be the instructions that our boys are listening now to Amarim. They
bro.
did go through the preseason and everything. Amarim has had enough time to coach them so well. They really struggle to get through our midfield.
Yeah,
Our
they
defense.
did. They did. No, the midfield.
No,
They
with the
couldn't.
midfield, one thing that I do remember, every time the ball came into the midfield, it was either passed to Mbumo or the other side to Cunha. Okay, in other words,
To
taken out of
Dogu.
the middle of the park. And
Yeah,
yeah,
because
Dogu.
that is our outlet. That's how we
Mhm,
want to win the game. But
yeah.
remember, when you have Matias Cunha and you have Brandon Bumo and they're playing as inside tens, and you have
Mm,
these two midfielders that you have, you actually
mm,
have about four players there, and then you have this Mason Mount who is just floating in
at a
those
distance.
positions. So it gives you a bit of a bite in midfield. So it
Mm.
was difficult for them to bypass that phase of the game, okay, to get to the back to get to our back three. And by the time they did get to our back three, they were maybe if we made a bad pass and we turned over the ball really quickly, they just found the leak there.
The league was solid.
He just shut up shop.
Top. Shut up. No, not shut up.
Yeah,
What's
he
it?
shut up shop, and
Shut up
there was
appearance from him.
nothing coming there.
Once again, guys,
Kedali,
please do
Kedali
subscribe.
is killing
Subscribe.
me, man.
I know Kedal is peace. Kedal is peace. He said Man United is slow. FC in the transfer market, goalkeeper and CDM still not in. Yeah, I do understand. I do understand. But I think the goalkeeper thing is out of question. I don't think United is going to go in for any goalkeeper from what I understand. Just they're not going to be signing any goalkeeper.
No,
So
we might just have one more. We might just make
probably
an
midfield.
attempt to sign a keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, about Ganacho, I see Kadal is saying something. Well, Josh, by the way, there's a bit of controversy. I understand Ganacho wants to go to Chelsea, but the problem is, I don't know whether Chelsea are just clowning us.
Yeah, because
Reports are coming in
they know
saying
that
they value him 25 million pounds. Now, I think that
because
is too much.
they know they have a stubborn child in
You know,
Ganacho,
I
and they
know,
know
but
that
I mean,
Ganacho is I mean going to go on holiday, refuse to play, remove his shorts and
Josh, if
things
it's
like that.
25 million pounds, let him stay. It's only
They are
50,000 per
not
week.
going to sell him. They're not going to
Yes,
sell him. The
because
club
you have
is not stupid.
Omari Harris. Is it Omari Hutchinson from Ipswich
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
Nottingham
but he's
Forest?
a better player than Ganacho.
I know, Josh. It was around
He is.
37.5 million pounds.
Yeah,
You have
he is a better
Doye,
player than Ganacho.
you have Dandoye, 40 million pounds. You have Dango, 42.5. You have Jacob Ramsey, 43, from Aston Villa to Newcastle. You have Noni Madweke Josh, 50 from Chelsea. Gaitens, 51. Elanga, 55. Yao Pedro, 60 million pounds. And you're telling me you value
Yeah, I'm buying a
uh
bad apple.
Nacho only
I'm
25
buying a
million.
bad apple. I'm just getting it off you. So
Maybe
you
yeah,
could as
that
well
is
give
why.
it to me for free.
Exactly. I don't
So
understand. And
that's
that is
why
the
I can
problem.
pay
But
25.
let him stay and go play with the under 21s, Let him stay.
No, they
After
take
all,
him out on
the
loan
World
to
Cup is next
Lucane.
week. Sorry,
They
next
take
year.
him to Lucane. They take him like to Switzerland.
By the way, Lusane will be a good one for him. It will
Yeah.
discipline him and put him right where he's supposed to be because
Yeah, but
it
even if
costs
he
us a lot of
scores
transfer money.
200 goals, he doesn't come back.
No, 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 no. There's no way he comes back. We want him to go play that side so that his value steps up.
Yeah,
Josh,
yeah, 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 yeah.
we don't want him staying. We don't want him anywhere close to Carrington. I mean, he's a player who thinks he's on top of the world. His ego is right through the roof. Him and his brother, agent, can figure anything, out of Carrington. But that said, at least United needs 40 million pounds in excess plus 10
Yeah,
in
yeah.
add-ons, altogether 50 million pounds, and the add-ons have to be easy ones, not hard ones. Now with that I do agree. In fact, they're also rumor is it's reported that United wanted to add on a sell-on clause, Josh. So I don't know, let's wait and see. Maybe it will come through, maybe it will come through. Once again,
Oh, as
guys,
in we sell him for 25, then we put a sell on clause of 60%.
what if he plops the other side 40
50.
40 40,
50.
50, okay, altogether. Yeah, Josh, the rumors of Inter Milan being interested in Joshua Zirkzee. I understand Lukaku is out for 2 to 3 months,
No,
you know.
no, no,
Then
no. Let them take Rasmus Højlund.
AS Roma is also still interested in signing Tyrell Malacia.
I'm glad you said Terrell Malacia, and you didn't say Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is not leaving
Oh, that
United.
one is a prick. Jadon Sanchez is a prick.
He's not
He's
leaving
turned down
United.
Chelsea. He's turned down. Currently, he's earning around 187.5 K at Man United, because you remember we missed out on Champions League, so he's not earning 250. So, but still, either way, Chelsea offered him close to, from what I understand, 100.
180K.
No, 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 100, not
What do you
180K,
mean?
100. I don't know what was in terms of, I don't know, maybe if they had won something, that's when it would lead with add-ons, everything went to 80K, from what I understand.
Oh,
Fenerbahce came in, Besiktas came in, AS Roma came in, Napoli came in. At one point, Borussia Dortmund, where we bought him from, also
that
came
guy
in.
is not
But
interested in
because
football
he's
anymore.
earning that amount of money in Man United, it looks like he's going to turn out to be a problem. He's ready to see out his contract.
Yeah, he's going to see out his contract. I mean, and go and play at Besiktas or in Saudi Arabia
Maybe. And
on a
by the
Bosman
way,
leave.
with these actions, it shows you he's really not interested at all, even if it's
Yeah,
the
he's not
worst.
interested in football.
Just doesn't
Now,
care.
who can ever call Jadon Sancho for a World Cup bath?
He doesn't care at all. So you
Yeah,
look at the likes of Luke Shaw, who are really trying to make ends meet. He had a
yeah.
very good game against Arsenal, much as United lost,
And the
but
guy
you
has
he
suffered. I mean,
did an
the
incredible
players
game.
don't want to be sidelined. They don't want to be injured. He has
Mm,
suffered for the whole season because he has been injured. He's been praying for a time that he gets back and maybe
mm,
starts playing football. Now he has gotten back, and
mm.
yeah,
Okay, let's wait and see. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, I wanted to ask you, where do you see United in the next 5 games?
they're very tough 5 games. Let's first win the next 3 games. It is difficult for United to look at 5 games now. We do have like Rob Tuff earlier pointed out, Fulham, Grimsby, and Burnley. Those are the games we need to win before we start the tougher ones with Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool in there. I mean, yeah, I think we need to play. We need to win our next 3 games. So that is the most important thing that United must do now. But yeah, Ganacho is a very stubborn child, and they know that this is a stubborn child. We can get him cheap. United, and the 5 games very difficult. Just three
A
games.
stubborn child that is not going to be missed.
No, 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 no. He's not
I
missed
don't
at
even
all.
want to call him prodigal son, because usually if it's
Where do
prodigal,
you?
you come back,
Bro,
you you,
no,
you
no,
you
no, no,
apologize, you're brought back
no,
into
no, no, no. He
the
shouldn't
home.
come
But
back at
him,
all.
he's not, no one wants him. He's the vice president of the bomb squad, of course, with the president being Jadon Sancho, the freedom fighter, the Avenger, the Thanos of the bomb squad. So I mean, let him stay that side. I mean, we don't need them. Let them all, both of them, stay that side. I only feel sorry for Anthony. I think he's kept it cool,
I
Josh.
feel
He's not
for
made
Anthony
trouble.
and
And
Thingy too.
they've not made any kind of noise. They've kept it real. But unfortunately, teams that like Anthony, he really has his heart set to join Real Betis. But Betis are mediocres. They want the same thing they were offered last time. United paying all the wages, player going the other side playing. And
I
United is
know.
not willing to listen to that this time around. They tell them
Yeah,
you either take him full payment when it comes to wages and with an option to buy. Otherwise, fuck off. And they do agree with that because,
I know.
I
We are
mean,
not your mother.
you know, uh, Rubbed off. Chelsea trying to pull our pants down for 20. I know, bro. It's a bit of a joke, but also, I mean, it's like I think they think which could be true in one way or the other. They are just trying to do us a favor. They know we don't want the player. The player doesn't want to do anything with Man United. He wants the move. So,
Unfortunately, he's not going to go.
no, he shouldn't. He shouldn't leave. He
He
shouldn't
is
leave.
not going to go. We
You know,
can't give
because
him away for 25 million, and we are not going to give a loan to Chelsea unless they pay 6 million for him for the loan.
once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac. Yes, just a recap. United interested in signing Lucien Agoumé from Sevilla. I understand
Yeah, we aren't a charity,
release
man.
clause is around 36 million pounds. Let's wait and see whether it's going to pick up. But I think he will be a great addition to the Man United midfield, a great player who would bring balance in the midfield. Um, um, I mean, who would help the team win in advance? We want to be, some people are giving us 12, 10, 11, 8, when it comes to possession. I think I've only seen Gary Neville's prediction saying United would finish or will finish in the top 4. That's how optimistic Gary Neville is. But let's wait and see. But I
The
think me,
same
I would
guy
say,
who is telling you
upside.
that it was not a foul on Bainde.
Yeah. I watched that too.
Anyway, it's his opinion.
His opinion. We enter charity. These players can rot in the 21, 23 is okay. 21. Brighton Nyambai says, hello, brother. Who's Sevilla midfielder? Is it good fit for rather for Man United? As Josh explained earlier, he would be a great addition who would bring balance to the midfield. He has the athleticism. He
He has the
can run, he
physical
can
presence.
physical presence, he can
He
cover
can
the ground.
control the midfield.
Exactly. Tempo reading and all that. I think he will be a great addition to the Manchester United squad. Once again, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone in the comment section.
And is the right
Kadari,
profile and closest
Brighton,
alternative to Carlos
Captain,
Baleba.
Rob Taff, exactly. Everyone, Adieri, we haven't seen you today. I hope you're happy with what Newcastle is doing. They're trying everything. I hope you're happy. Sinan, shout outs to you.
Oh,
Josh, I think
Morgan
that,
Rogers.
yeah,
Morgan
sorry.
Rogers just won the Premier League young young
He deserves
football
it.
of the year.
He
Yeah, he
deserves it,
deserves it.
without a doubt. He deserves it. Please do subscribe, guys. Subscribe, turn on the notifications. We are signing out. And yeah, let's wait and see tomorrow. We shall try to come a little bit earlier. Sometimes it's work, sometimes it's life, sometimes it's everything, sometimes it's Manchester United drilling us. But let's wait and see. Please do subscribe, guys. Shout out to everyone
Cheers,
that
Rob Tuff,
again.
man. Brighton.
Signing
Cheers.
out. Cheers, guys. We love you. Please do subscribe.
GGMU.
Yep.